There's a lot of people here who worked on getting this measure through the county council and who I know are going to continue all the way to Annapolis and continue to get the measure through the Maryland General Assembly. There's a lot of people to thank. I can't thank everyone. So there's a few people whose story you may or may not know about that I just want to call out specifically, but it's by no means intended to exclude any of the supporters either behind me here or in the audience. Of course, and she's going to speak in a moment, right there with me from the very first day, the other lead sponsor on this measure, Councilmember Nancy Navarro. We worked very, very closely together on this. And I know that there's a powerful movement building in the Maryland General Assembly and throughout the state, not just in Montgomery County. With respect to the measure in Rockville, I worked particularly closely with Delegate Ariana Kelly. Delegate Kelly worked with my staff to help put me in touch with all of you, with help assemble the coalition and the proponents. So in terms of the county council's measure, I particularly wanted to thank Delegate Kelly for her support and her good advice. And of course, I want to thank Melissa Broom from the Working Matters Coalition. And I'll say this, what I said to Melissa, you want to have her on your side in an argument. There were a number of times where it was like, yeah, you know, maybe we could accept this amendment and maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Melissa, what do you think? She said, no. We want the strongest measure in the United States of America, and that's what we got. And then I want to acknowledge Jessica Moore from my staff, who helped pull this measure together and assemble the coalition, pull it together. And I really want to say what a tremendous honor and a privilege it is to work with every member of the Montgomery County Council. I'm so fortunate to be able to go to work every day with a group of hardworking, serious, thoughtful policy advocates. And when we brought this measure before the full county council, there were a lot of amendments, which was appropriate. This is a groundbreaking measure, but we worked through each one carefully and thoughtfully. And after council members had been heard and after each amendment had been discussed and thought through, we defended the strongest possible measure, and 9 council members voted unanimously in favor of it. Hear, hear. Now, I know there's nothing we do in elected office that is universally popular, and I know that there are some people in the business community who are saying today, this is not county government's job. You should not be regulating hours and wages and benefits. And I'm the first to agree. I would like, as Secretary Perez is working so hard to achieve, I'd like to see this measure uniform in all 50 states. That's what our goal should be. And we do want basic worker protections in law affecting every state in the United States. But we have a Congress that just refuses to work with President Obama and Secretary Perez, and so they've called upon us to lead on leave, and that's what we've done. And finally, to the business community, you know, we've done the math. Look, we're talking 7 days. If you figure that the workers who will benefit from this for the most part are not getting any paid leave, and that they're working 5 days a week, that's 260 days a year. 7 days out of 260 is 2%. That's what we're talking about. A potential increase in payroll of 2%. That's more than nothing. I don't minimize how hard it is for a business to meet its bottom line and to work through things. We run a small business in our home, and my wife and I have discussed this. She will have to provide more paid leave under this law than what she was providing previously, and it will mean a tiny reduction in the revenue that comes to our family. It will mean a very small, and we're talking about less than 1% potential increase in cost. But the benefit of not having workers show up sick, the benefit of not spreading contagious disease, the public health import of this, the fundamental ability of workers to keep their job and not have to make this agonizing choice between earning a living, paying the mortgage, or showing up to work sick, friends, it's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you for your support.